2019, and I wish every single one of you a happy, prosperous, organized and a productive new year. May all your wishes come true, and I also wish you a happy Sankranti. Now, this being the beginning of a new year, we are all charged up with our new year resolutions. And the best way to keep up with those resolutions for the rest of the year is to make some smart choices and follow some smart tips. So I have decided that my next few videos will be all about tips that can help you manage time in every walk of your day-to-day life, like meal planning tips, which is the focus of today's video, house cleaning tips, home organizing tips, and not the least, money management tips. So without much delay, let's start with the tips on the most important aspect of our everyday life, meal planning. But before I begin, I request you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Please do read my blogs on my website bowerspace.com. You can also download some free printables from there. You can email me with your queries and I will try my best to reply at the earliest. As always, stay tuned till the end to catch a glimpse of the Indian fabric of the day. Meal planning is the most important part of prepping your food. Every single person I have come across has at least one resolution that says lose weight 15 kilos. Losing 2 kilos or 15 or 50 is fully a function of how well you eat. For a person like me, 25% of my fitness comes from exercise and my morning walks, but the remaining 75 comes from what I eat. Trust me, my weight can change tremendously in a span of 10 days based on my eating habits. For me, meal planning becomes the first step. So, I have two meal plans. Yes, sounds crazy, but that's correct. One that is comprehensive and has a meal plan for the entire month, and the other that I decide on a weekly basis. The monthly plan helps me to cook meals in a way that there is variety, there is no repetition, and so the family does not get bored. The weekly plan is generally the same as what I have in the monthly one, but it depends largely on how that week looks like. So let's say there's a birthday party or a doctor's appointment, or maybe it's an occasion and I decide to make something special, the meal plan will change. So if you have a copy of my 2019 planner, I have given special importance to meal planning. The weekly layout will help you to keep a track of your meal plan at a glance. It helps us to avoid ordering out to a very large extent, and all this indirectly means less outside food and more homemade healthy food. The weekly meal plan helps me to cook meals in a way that I spend less time in the kitchen. I give more time to focus on teaching my kids and being with them, and there is a variety suiting the mood and occasions around that week. Now, buy necessary supplies on Fridays if possible. Now, this part about making my list based on my meal prep, going grocery shopping and produce shopping on Fridays is my personal choice, as it leaves me with enough time with my family on the weekends. But for you, if it is not possible on Fridays, try to do that during the very early hours of a day in the weekend. Telling you out of experience, do not waste too much time prepping. You will lose the continuity and patience in just a couple of weeks. Rather, dedicate 2 full hours early in the morning and do some smart meal prepping. Follow a stepwise prepping method. Start prepping in a way that if you have to leave it halfway through the process, it should not look overwhelming and messy in the house. Take one step at a time. Step 1. Clean all veggies first. In case you don't have the time to prep, you can store clean supplies for later use. Then do the step 2, which is peeling off all the vegetables. Do this first before you start any cutting or chopping or anything. Step 3. If you have time after cleaning and peeling, cut or chop only halfway through. When I say halfway through, it means like cutting just the florets in a broccoli or cauliflower, taking off threads of the beans and cutting the ends. Same way doing that with the lady's finger, just cutting off the ends. So that way what happens is, in case you have a sudden change of plan, so let's take the bhindi for an example. If you have just cut bhindis, you'll have to make just that, but you have a full bhindi, you can make a bharma out of it. So make step 3 as a partial cutting process. That way you can leave yourself with more cooking options for varieties in that same vegetable if you have to do that. Also, if you have no time to do the chopping business on the same day, which I generally do on the same day, but if you don't, please do not hesitate to cut and chop beforehand and store them. Many might argue that it loses its nutritional value, but I think it's still far better than being lazy and ordering in oily food from a restaurant just because you're tired, you can't cut veggies and so forth. While at it, just to let you know, for me, I don't find cutting things like onion, tomatoes, chilies a very big deal. So I do that fresh at the time of cooking. But suit yourself. If you're a really busy person and you know you cannot do things, keep it, keep it airtight, and just put it in your fridge. It's absolutely fine. Now to preserve the produce for longer, you can deep freeze them. How do I do it? Let me share with you. I personally prefer to vacuum seal and preserve it. It saves a ton of freshness and retains the produce for a much longer period of time. Very important, make smoothie prep an important part of your meal plan and fruit preparation. Most of us tend to avoid eating breakfast these days for reasons like I have to start my day early, I don't have time for making a breakfast, etc. So if you have a smoothie prep ready, all you need to do is blend it and carry it along. Again, for me, vacuum sealing is something that I would like to repeat. It will help the fruits and produce in that packet stay fresh for a really longer period of time. The one smoothie that you'll have during the day will not only help you in reducing weight, but it will detoxify and replenish enough nutrients for a fresh and a kicking start to the day. Now, prepare pancake batter, idli or dosa batter and refrigerate. Now, in case you're hungry, suddenly and probably don't want to eat something like a salad or a soup or something and you want something more fulfilling than just a fruit or something, I think making something like this would be an easy. Now, prep onion paste and tomato puree separately and deep freeze them for instant use. Dice some onion, saute it to golden brown, grind it and keep it either in a glass bottle or a zipper bag and put it in the freezer. It will really be helpful to make a large number of curries. Especially helpful when you have unannounced guests over for dinner or even if you have a birthday or even if you have a party. It will, by the way, save a ton of cooking oil and time. Moving on, I don't probably have to tell you, many of us do this, but need some atta or dough for rotis that can last for at least 2 to 3 times. Now, if you have a lentil preparation like a chana or chole in your meal plan, soak and boil the chana or chole or rajma, whatever, beforehand. Otherwise, I'm telling you out of experience, last moment में याद आएगा कि मैंने तो चने ही नहीं भिगाए, चलो नूडल्स बना के खा लेते हैं. And you don't want to do that. Do not hesitate to buy pre-cut vegetables. These days, wherever in the world you live, there are plenty of organic options available out there which are fresh and pre-cut. They might be a couple of bucks more expensive, but trust me, stopping by from work to pick them on the way back is far better than ordering in. Well friends, my idea of meal prep has always been primarily for the reason of avoiding ordering in food. Food ordering is the biggest problem of our generation. We have the money but no time, so we order in. We not only end up spending a large part of our salary eating outside food, we don't count the number of calories, let alone all the problems of cholesterol and the saturated fat that ends up accumulating in our system, especially during the night time. Because remember, night is when we order in the most. Also, there is a big compromise on discipline. I love ordering in. I mean, which mother doesn't want to reduce her effort? But I have slowly learned to be wiser and more practical with my health, time, and money. Now it's time for the Indian fabric of the day. In today's video, I am wearing a shibori dyed tussar silk dupatta with a bhagalpuri kurta, and I have matched it with these beautiful peacock design earrings that I had once bought from my friend in Bangalore. So friends, thanks a lot for watching this video. Let me know how you like it, and until the next time, stay organized, stay productive, stay happy. Bye bye.